Hi, my name's Laurie Brooke. I'm the founder and director of Our Children Australia, and welcome back. This week, I want to talk about extracurricular activities, and I want to focus on, you know, what happens when we actually don't want our children to participate in an activity. When this happens, we can get a lot of conflict and a lot of emotions come up as to why we don't want them to participate in whatever activity it is. But before we stop it completely, I want you to sit down and I want you to really think about why it is that you don't want them to participate. What's the actual reason behind it? We don't want this to be a scenario where we're saying no just for the sake of saying no. It might be that, there's a lot of time involved in this particular activity. It could be cost. Some of these activities are enormously expensive, and you might just not have the funds to participate, to be able to afford for them to participate every week, which is completely understandable. But you don't want to say no just for the sake of it, to your detriment, but also to theirs. If they really want to participate in something and you're saying no just because you think it's coming from the other parent, then that's only going to impact on them. So let's talk about, you've got an activity that you want your children to participate in, or maybe the other parent has an activity that they want the children to participate in. So you need to sit down and you need to have a discussion. You need to talk about what it is that you want them to do and why it is you want them to do it. Do they really want to do it? Is this something that, or is this a dream that you've had that, your kids would play this sport or, play this instrument, whatever it may be, take acting lessons or, singing lessons to be the next, big thing on our TV screens. If the kids don't want to do it though, then you really need to stand back and think, well, is this their dream or is this my dream? If it's something that they want to, have a go at, and they should always be encouraged to have a go at things, then let's talk about the practicalities. If it's cost, maybe the other parent can contribute to the cost of them participating in it. And some of you may feel, threatened or intimidated by the other parent paying for that. But I would encourage you not to. If this is something that your kids genuinely want to do, and the other parent can go, hey, well, look, I can step up to the mark here and pay for them to do that, then why not step back and go, well, this is something that my kids will enjoy. Let them do that. And maybe you can work out that, well, instead of them paying all of their child support, or maybe this can be considered part of their child support or what have you, make sure you speak to a lawyer before you do that and the child support agency before you do that. But maybe that's an agreement that you can come to in that regard. If it's time, sometimes there's a lot of training commitments, practice lessons, things like that that's involved in some of these extracurricular activities. So maybe you need to organise a schedule as to who does, training during the week and games on the weekends and exams and practice lessons and all of that. Who's responsible for all of that? Who's responsible for paying for uniforms, for events, for instruments, for books, sports equipment, all of that? Who is responsible for the cost? Okay. If you find it difficult though to sit down and talk through these things together, get a mediator. Have a mediator, a professional mediator, not just Joe Blow from down the street. Someone who can actually help you to have a constructive and a positive conversation, because you want to be able to reach a resolution, whatever that resolution may be in the end. You want to be able to reach it, and you want to be able to reach it in a way that you can both move on from this issue to effectively co-parent in the future. We have a lot of mediators on our assistance page. I know that there'll be someone there who will actually be the right fit for both of you. So make sure you take the time, have a look. But in the end, remember that extracurricular activities aren't the be-all and end-all. They can be great if your kids want to participate in them, and you should try to encourage it if they do want it. But at the same time, if there are events in your life that just get in the way, by no means feel like you're doing your children a disservice. I hope you find this helpful, and I will see you next week. Bye.